So what an amazing few days with Sabrina showing all those pieces. And for those today's episode, guys, I'll just give you a sort of a heads up of what today's about if you're not aware. But this is a 7-part series, and we're talking about Hermes bags. Now, the first episode, you can watch all these episodes from previous recordings, and I've got the split screen on my feeds if you want to go back onto my posts. Otherwise, you can go back into Luxury Promise's website and you'll be able to see the previous episodes. Now, the episodes are the first episode was about Hermes leathers and their bags. Second episode was about the Birkin. The third episode was about the Kelly. And today is about investment. So what makes Hermes bags a good investment, and what are those investment, and what are those bags that you would be keeping an eye out for that would be make good investments. Now, throughout the show, Yen actually does curate specific pieces for the show, and I can tell you guys now, I don't know what they are until we do this show. So it is a fireside chat forum, so please feel free to ask questions. I feel like there's going to be lots of questions today because we are talking about Hermes and investments, and those two words together confuse people. So we're going to hopefully take that mystery away. But yes, today is a special. Each episode is a very special curation for the show. Now, and of course, any purchases of any of those bags throughout this forum, you do go into a draw for a 1.5 diamond, all diamond tennis bracelet, and we're talking very high spec diamonds. We're talking FG diamonds, BS clarity, and so we'll be in the draw, which we will draw at the last episode. Now, we are up to episode 4 out of 7, and so today is all about investments and Hermes. So get your questions ready, and normally this show goes on for a couple of hours. There is lots of discussion, and sometimes we go over that because before we know it, the hours just go. So there's lots of discussion about these bags. We do bring some, what LP community call it is Trudicorn, but in actual fact, they're all Yen's unicorns. So I brought one sample today. It's been a bit of a crazy time. I haven't made it to the vault to get anything out. But I do have one that is a Trudicorn that I do have in a very big bag right here next to me, so I'll share that. But all the ones that Yen will be sharing, I'll be surprised, and it's a very real surprise because I haven't seen some of this stuff.
Yes.
So
sure.
So anyway, we look forward to getting started, guys. I hope sit back, enjoy the show. Please feel free. We'll try and answer your questions throughout the show. So, yeah.
Yes.
What are you going to... I'm excited about this show because I feel like you're really going to throw some ones out there that I'm like, what is that?
Yes, so I'm sure it's been a crazy week. So for those of you who are live here, you are watching us from Instagram, we are actually live on our website as well. So that will help us actually have a record of what we have been doing, the pieces that we have done, and in case you want to rewatch them, you can also rewatch it on the on our website. So and also I will be actually pinning up the product cards for all the items that I'm showcasing right here. So I will be showcasing the pieces while we have a chat about investment pieces. So like what Trudy mentioned, she actually has a vault where she puts those pieces that she's a very sound investor, so she doesn't touch whatever that she has actually invested in. So no using, no nothing. So I guess it's very different for each one of us. Okay, this topic gets me very excited because it's almost like investing in stocks, shares, etc., etc. Everybody has different appetites. Everybody invests in different things, different forte. So, it will be very apparent that two of us probably have very different tastes and very different investment strategies, right? So it's good to be here to actually discuss them. Yeah.
Yes.
So
maybe we'll throw in from personal experience
Yes.
first before we go into some of the curation of what you may show us today. So as Yan just mentioned, I do have a private vault. Now, when I purchase Hermes bags, I'm very clear on whether I'm actually buying it for investment purposes or for use. I think when you start looking at investments, it's a little bit like stocks and shares, and you're very clear on your strategy behind it. Partly the reason why we are doing these 7-part series of Hermes is for you guys to have some I suppose knowledge, understanding, personal experience, and no different to stocks and shares. You actually do your research before you go and buy some of those, stocks and shares. And so there's no different to Hermes bags. You actually do your research first and understand what you're buying to put in as an investment. Now, there is 2 types of investments here. There is ones that you are going to sit on and wait and get a return on it. The other investment is that cost per wear, you may use it, but in actual fact, cost per wear, it will either be nil, or if you keep it for a number of years, you'll be able to sell it for a bit more. So just be clear on what your actual strategy is. Some people, this is a little bit, I suppose, over the top for them to be even thinking this. Normally from a numbers person, they get it very clearly. For those that are not reading numbers, just still be very clear on when you're buying a bag, what you're wanting to do with that bag. So as Yan just mentioned about the vault. The vault is actually pieces that I don't use. I try to, so they're either actually bags that I've bought straight from store, that still got their seals intact, still have everything with them. They're what we call full set. Now, a full set in investment realms is you still have the original receipt from the store. So it's still, it's got the full set is plastic seals, everything, box, receipt from store. Now, those are the pieces that I do have in my vault where I've not used them, or I've used them once, kept the seals on it, still perfectly wrapped, even to the point where I've even got the ribbon from store. So if I was to wrap it up, it would still look like it's come straight out of the store. Still fresh. Now, I do make sure that I've got, when I've kept them in the vault, I do have, I don't know what you call them, but they keep the humidity out of everything. They're like little balls in a bag outside of the box, just to make sure that there's it's kept very dry.
Like a dehumidifier kind of thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's a bit like wine. You keep wine in a cool room at a particular temperature, all of that. For me, it's no different when I've got a vault of bags, making sure that it's basically there's no humidity that gets into it, it's dry, it's all those things. I do circulate them to make sure that and also lift the boxes up just to get some air circulating in that as well. So they're very clear strategy of what I'm looking for those for investment. So I can go into some examples of bags where already they've had the investment, but we'll do that a bit later. But so when you see, I'm sure the community have seen me on LP. I'm a customer of LP, and a lot of the bags I buy from LP are ones that I will absolutely use and love. But also, in some circumstances, the ones I bought from LP, cost per wear is nil because I could sell it back and it would be literally I'd get my money back, or I sit on it for a couple of years. I use them, I enjoy them, but over time these bags have already increased in value, so I will still be able to maybe make a little bit depending on what the bag is. And I think Yen will go into that in more detail. So yes, the vault is temperature controlled. Yes. Yes, you've got to be careful what sort of vault when you're talking vault, make sure you do your research on those vaults. Or external vaults. Each vault specific to different things. This one, but the one that I actually use is it's leather friendly, bag friendly, but it is temperature controlled. So
that's very important.
Yes. Especially, I can imagine in different parts of the world, right? When you're talking vaults all around the world, as you'll hear Yen say, a lot of the time they don't keep their boxes because the humidity in Asia is somewhat different to Australia. So it's, anyway.
Yeah, that's right. So boxes here generally don't keep well because of the humidity, so there will be mold and everything, and once there is mold, it's definitely, it's very scary for bags, so we try to keep them away or throw them out immediately. So that's why boxes are full set. When we talk about full set, yes, it does come with boxes, but usually we don't really keep them, to be honest, right? So as a reseller, because I am not how I got into MS was actually very coincidental, so it was by chance. So I am a reseller first, then a collector. So I only know that so literally I know I can I earn my living or from the bags itself. So that was how I started, not like you. I think you actually started out as a collector first, then a reseller. You know what I mean? So it's actually a very, very different perspective. So the minute I see a bag, or how I evaluate a bag is how much value it will bring me. I mean, how much it's all about resale for me. So it doesn't necessarily needs to be like a full set, or of course I don't have a vault. I use my bags or I resell them very quickly. So in that sense, for me it's like it's a quick turnaround. It's a turnaround kind of thing. So for me, I only kept a few pieces and I use them. So my strategy is like I make sure that the cost per wear is close to zero, right? And I can either use it for free or sell it for a little bit of profit. That's how I view the bags that I keep, right? So what pieces did you keep? Just out of curiosity, like how many pieces and what are your top picks to keep?
Okay, so I'll share some of the items in the that I've got in the vault that I keep for to see that they'll to eventually grow. So one of them is a black Togo Birkin 30 with gold hardware. Now, it's in pristine box, full set, everything. Now that is a classic piece that over time, it's a little bit like your Chanel classic flaps. Year on year, they will eventually go up. And if you keep something like that from the very time you get it from store to a few years down the track, they'll eventually you could sell them for good money.
I was going to say, yeah, the best investment pieces that I will not touch and then keep it aside are those from the store. Those are the most sound investment that you can get. So even if you get a brand new bag from a reseller, you are already paying a premium. So those are the bags that I think you should, unless they are really, really good price. If not, use them. That's the best way to make your money's worth.
So the one that stands out for me is back in 2017, I bought a Kelly Pouchette from store in Rouge Vive in Ostrich.
Yes,
now,
I remember that
yes,
one.
yes. So back in 2017, Kelly Pouchette was not what it is today.
Yeah.
And in actual fact, I had to question whether or not I would purchase this because I actually bought it in Hong Kong, and at the time I was like, what is this Pouchette? It looks like a sub to any Kelly bag, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, why would I buy this? Anyway, I had a friend who I bounced off, and she said, oh, you must get this because it will eventually do a full circle. Now, when we're talking about full circle on things, you know, it's a little bit like fashion. It has its ups and downs and goes around in full circle of it will come back again as being one of the pieces that people will want. Now, it's whether or not, you know, when I purchased this bag, and back in 2017, top of my head, I think I paid 13,000 Australian. I think I paid for it. Like, just trying to remember what I paid for it, right?
Now you sell for more than 13,000 pounds. See, that is what we call an investment, right?
Yes. So guys, when we talk pounds, we in Australian dollars, it's half. So I'm talking like £6,500 pounds, right? So that's in 2017. Now, I've kept that. It still has its ribbon, its original receipt, everything about it, because I purposely bought it thinking it's going to do a full circle and it's going to come round and I'm going to make something on this the day I sell it. So that is definitely one that I was purposely bought for investment. And yeah, so I think today's, like in a let's just talk pounds. So if we call it £6,500, I bought it in 2017. Top of your head, Yen, what would you say that it would sell now in the resale market for? Maybe
right
4
now?
times?
Okay, you mean the Kelly Pouchette, right? 4 times.
3 times maybe?
3?
Maybe 18, maybe, I don't know,
Yeah.
£18,000 maybe?
Because 13,000 pounds is what you would pay for a normal leather one.
Oh, yeah.
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 So right now, if you're talking ostrich, yes, I would say about 18.
18,000?
Yes.
So, and I bought it for 6,500.
Yeah.
So that's what we're talking about, guys. If you're prepared to sit on it and not use it, and
Yes.
now that is a much more rapid rate
Yes.
than the stock market.
Yeah. Which
If
is
you're
why
talking, when you're talking blue chip shares do not excel to that degree.
so while Sabrina always says, I will buy it back from you, I'll get it back from you, or when you sell it the next time, it's guaranteed that you get your base amount back and things like that. What we mean is a few price increases later. So the minute you buy, right, this is the current market right now, right? So it's not going to rise much in a couple of days or weeks even. But however, like what Trudi said, if you buy it, maybe like 5 years or a couple of price increase cycles later, they are increasing their prices every year on year, sometimes twice a year. So with every price increase, the value of your bag will rise. So be prepared to hold it for a little while, like a few price increases later at the very least. So these are like pieces that you can so-called liquidate pretty quickly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I think that's what we are talking about.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't just have Hermes, I have Chanel as well. So I have a combination of both. And even at the same time in 2007, maybe it might have been the year before, 2016, I do have an inventory list. So I do have my list of years and purchases, just like I would have with stocks. I do actually have a list of what I buy them at and what year to what their value is in today's market. So, and I think actually this one was bought just before that one, so it would have been 2016. I even bought a Chanel caviar palladium small classic flap. Now back then, I think I paid about, top of my head, I think it was just shy of 5,000 Australian dollars, which is about £2,500. So guys, those that are familiar with Chanel, even at £2,500 for a small caviar full set, you know what they're worth today, right? So that's crazy. That is insane. So be very clear, and it's normally the ones that, as Jen said, you buy in store. They're really the classic pieces that are going to be in demand year on year. But then you do have the ones that are, the seasonal ones, but the seasonal ones that are, again, in high demand and sell out very quickly out of store, or they're just rare. Like rare. So you'll see in some of the shows in Luxury Promise, when the team is saying they're extremely super rare, sometimes you'll see that there is normally a premium on these pieces, but it's because you'll know, you've got to sit on it for a while, and you will see that there will be a return on it over those years. Again, this is all about research and understanding the market. Now, I have to say, I'm not an expert I'm not an expert. I do it out of my personal use vault understanding. And so, as like stocks and shares, I also in the market of stocks and shares, when you're backing something, it is always a racehorse. You don't know sometimes what you could make or couldn't make on that bag. So just know, it's when you're doing investment with Hermes and even Chanel, I always say you're backing a horse. So sometimes you'll make a little, sometimes you'll make a lot. You may just make zero, the same, but I don't know that you'll ever lose unless if you're buying, not knowing what you're buying. Exactly. So it's important that investment in a vault is that you would have full set pieces for a vault, especially when you're dealing with like the likes of stocks and shares. Now, I think what is more, am I allowed to say use the word mainstream, which is what everyone. I think when you're buying from like resellers and understanding from that perspective of investment, I think let's talk more about that, because then you guys will understand when the team or the show hosts are talking about rarity, about pricing. I mean, there was one last night. There's two that Sabrina showed last week. There was a red box Kelly that was shown last night at an amazing price. And of course, the amazing Gillies bamboo. And the reason why I was really like torn by that. And so I think let's talk more mainstream. When we say investment, it's more cost per wear, or what you would get back on it if you were to resell it just after using it. So, over to you.
Okay, so all right, so just away from the bags for a little while. So let's talk about how I started in this industry, right? And why and how I used to view the bags and how I see it now. So I started out like probably about wow, I keep saying 10, but right now as I grow older, I think it's now like 11. All right, so it's about a 10-year. I started about a decade ago, and how I started was I was more a Chanel kind of girl, right? But I was thinking, what should actually, funny thing was I actually interviewed to work in Chanel, right? Yes, I wanted to work in Chanel because I love Chanel bags. I love Chanel bags, so I use them, and I interviewed. I think I don't even remember what I interviewed for. I think the position was like a trainer because I'm a teacher by training, right? So when I was 20, I taught for about 5 years in our local mainstream schools, right? So I was a teacher by training. Yes.
I had no idea.
Yeah, so I'm a teacher by training, so I wanted to go into training, right? But then, unfortunately or fortunately, right? I had cervical cancer, which was why I was talking about B. Yeah, I was talking with B. B was saying that she had a complete hysterectomy, right? So I had yes, I had one. I had one when I was 30, right? So that changed my life. Okay, that's why I say it's a good. It can be a. It depends on how you see it. So that changed my whole perspective of life, and I decided, you know what, life is too short. Let's just do what you love. And if you love bag, right, just go and explore it. So I went, all right. So I interviewed, and then I wanted to like get close to bags, maybe just start out, because that's not what I was trained to do in the first place, you see. So after the whole treatment, I went on. I interviewed for Chanel, but I didn't get into Chanel. It was fierce competition, I must say, for that trainer role. So I went to Vuitton, right? I went to LV. And then I had fun, right? But unfortunately, because of the operation and everything, I couldn't stand for long hours. So I couldn't make it. I couldn't do it, right? And it was just way too taxing on my body, and the family was freaking out and everything. So I decided to move on, and because of the constant contact with bags, right? So you begin to see like what's around, and customers are coming in and saying that, I'm looking for this bag, but I can't get it, and I managed to get it on this resale platform. And to me at that point of time, I was like, what is this resale thing? I don't know. I only know how to buy the bags from the store, use it and enjoy it, and then put it in my cupboard, right? I do not know what is this resale thing. So I went ahead, I explored, I worked for a local reseller and things like that, and then I learned from there, right? So for me, right, in the past, how I see it is like, you get rare pieces, like rare investment pieces, like different colors. This color is so beautiful, just get it. I think that you will find somebody who will love that color, and next time I can sell it for more. But as time goes by, right, as we move on, you realize that it's the staple colors that are actually the investment worthy pieces. Why? Because 10 years down the road, they will still have that same color. You are almost guaranteed that it's not dated. So anytime you want to sell it, there will be people who will want it, right? So that's why I'm going to bring out one of my two of our pieces for the day, right? One of it is this color. I grew up with this color, right? So this is the Gris Tourterelle, right? So this color is literally one of the colors that is just so hard to find in the resale market, right? So we have seen a few popping up here and there, right? They are not, although it's not a constant offering in Hermes, it's definitely one of the top, right? So you get this lovely, like a dove gray color, right? A dove gray color that is not too dark, not too light, right? You have Etude. I don't have an Etude piece with me, but Etude is slightly more brown. This is a little bit more gray, right? So I love gray, right? So to me, this
That's a
is
classic color. Like, you can't go wrong with all your classics, and
correct.
this is one.
Yes, and this is one of them. So you see a lot of Etudes in the market, right? Because it's an offering that is always on the MS the palette. It's a classic, right? So everybody knows Etude, right? But then this is a variation that is harder to come by, but yet so close. So this is harder to find. So in that sense, I would think that this is a good investment piece, not only because it is a beautiful color, it's a color that is sought after, it's with a gold hardware, right? And it's a Kelly 28, which is a premium sizing. So if you are looking for something to just kickstart your investment pieces, if you already have your Birkin 35s and your Kelly 35s, your workhorse bags, your Kelly 32s, and you're looking for a starter investment piece, look for something like this, right?
Yeah.
Which is it will always be a premium size, right? So it is like, it's not as big as the 35, it's not as small and hard to get as the 25, right? So you get a good piece, a reasonable price piece, and a few price increases later. Like I said, if you want to sell it, say next year or so, maybe you can make £1,000. The longer you hold and the better you keep it, right, the higher the value will be in the past, next time, I mean, right? So this is this actually, let me see what it comes with. I think it's as full a set as you can get.
Actual fact, and this is like, this was actually my second bag, because I got the Kelly Pochette as my first. So the second one for the investment, I've got a Kelly 28 in the house orange. So it must have been in 2018, I think, maybe late 17, 18. I got the Kelly 28. That was my second offer. Yeah.
So in orange.
Yes, in house orange, yes.
Yeah. So house orange is another color that you will not go wrong with, right? Because, you know, it is a I'm just trying to pin up the product, hang on. So well, house orange will always be available, so which is why, you know, I think it will be a very good investment piece as well, especially like you said, like your pop of color theory, I always remember. Right? So if you are going to get yes. So if you would you like to talk about your color theory? Let's hear it again from you.
Yes. So guys, even though the top colors for Hermes are the classic colors, like everyone asks for the classic colors, but after you've got the classic colors, I always say that if you're going to invest and you're going to spend money on these bags, and you know, when you're walking down the street and black bags all blend into black bags, like really, like everyone just, you don't even see it. But if you've worked hard for these pieces, go for a pop of colour, because we all tend to wear a lot of neutral colours. And as you can see, I've got my black suit on today, and even my scarves, I tend to try and put a pop of colour in there. It actually enhances what you're wearing. It also gives you a smile. So a lot of people say, I wear diamonds and it makes me smile. Wearing a pop of colour, being an Hermes bag in a pop of colour, also brings a smile. So if you're smart with your colours, you can actually make these investment pieces as well. So there is particular colours that actually fall into investment. There's particular pinks, there's particular reds, there's particular yellows. There is actually particular colours in Hermes that also fall under investment as well. So, but you know, why not wear a pop of colour walking down the street and not be just blended in like everyone else?
So that's your thought on the colors, right? So
Absolutely.
So for those of you who want a safe investment, hello. Hi, Ada. So, for a safe investment, it's always something that is that will not be dated, and will always, like, when you walk down the street, people will not like, oh, I know this is an older bag. I know this is this is a color that is not offered in the current season, etc., etc. So if you are getting like the staple colors, almost everybody will be admiring the bag rather than wondering like, hey, which season is this from, and things like that. So that will be a good sound investment. So this is at 13,000, I think, 13,500 pounds, or 17,280 US dollars. And this so this is definitely one of a good starter investment piece, right? Because this will always be a very hot neutral. This is almost like a good neutral that you can't. It's a great neutral. You cannot find it all the time. It's something that you come across it by chance, like this.
It's a very safe investment, being this color. And yes, it's very rare that to be offered this.
Exactly. So it's something that you come across by chance, and when you see it at a good price, this is when you jump in and make that investment. It's just like any other investment pieces that investment decisions that you make, I feel. Yeah. So this is one, right? And of course, we do have a Birkin piece, and that will be this, right? So we have the Gris Tourterelle, and that is a premium sizing. So you guys know what I'm going to come up with next. It's going to be a Birkin. So if you're a Birkin girl like me, right? I don't know why I didn't keep a Kelly. I have Constance, I have Birkins, but I haven't kept a Kelly yet. So if you're a Birkin girl like me, this will be the next piece that I'm bringing out, and this is definitely a great investment piece. This is the Chai. So again, Hermes has came up with
Chai.
Yes, a Chai. So Hermes has came out with many colors like this, right? So we have Etoupe is close, right? Etoupe. We have something called I'm not sure if you have it. You have trench. Do you have trench? Trench.
Yes, I've got trench in a Kelly dance.
Yes. So trench is very similar, slightly lighter, right? And Chai is like very similar. It's a very sought after color. So I think sometimes, right, you have to time the market. So this is the time. Chai is rare enough, right? You don't see it often, and the chances of you being offered in store is just.
Can I just interrupt for a second? So just so guys, you understand what we're talking about as far as colour. So I've got a Chai in an Evelyn TPM, the small one. Now when I went into store, and I even had, and this is actually it was in Singapore, and even the SA in Singapore, she came up to me and she goes, "Oh, that's Chai," and I went, "Yes, it is." And she goes, "Do you realise that I haven't even seen a bag in Chai?"
Yes.
That's what we're talking about, guys.
Yeah.
Like when you've got even a sales representative in store that was gushing over the colour, and she'd never even seen it, and she wanted to see, like, she wanted to touch it.
Yes.
And I'm like, sure, go. But that's what we're talking about. So when we get excited about colours, and when we're talking about investment of colours, certainly, like, this falls into that category. So.
Definitely. And so if it's this kind of great neutral color, like I said, not exactly your Etoupe, but it's a rare neutral and a great neutral. It actually is at its peak right now in the resale market. So you have this in a premium sizing, which is a Birkin 25, as you can see, and then it's in Togo, which is a hot leather to collect because almost everybody likes Togo, right? So I love Epsom very much. It's top of my list. I don't know why. I still love it because of the structure. But this is a very good compromise, right? So because no, it's not a compromise. Yeah, it's not a compromise. Sorry, I take it back. The minute it came out, I'm like, okay, no, it's not a compromise. But my first choice will always be Epsom. I don't know why. It just holds a special place in my heart. But yeah, so this is something that is it's a good in between from Epsom and Clermont. So everybody loves Togo. It's a very good investment leather, right? So you have this chai with gold hardware. This is the ultimate combination, and both of them actually come in as full sets. You can get, well, boxes we cannot guarantee because of course we don't really keep the boxes here in Asia. No matter where you go in Asia, like a resale, right? It's very seldom we see boxes because they just don't keep well at all, right? So this again is the piece that if you are a Birkin girl, right, then I think this is a perfect investment piece. It's a great starter. I'm giving you two. We'll start slow. So these are the two great starter pieces that I can tell you that will make good investments, but will not put a huge dent in your savings. So I think that...
Yeah, can you just explain to everyone the sizing? So people are probably thinking, for investment purposes, you tend to go the smaller bags as investment, and probably because they're much harder to get. But do you want to explain just the pricing model of your big bags down to your small bags? Because normally it's the other way, right? Normally your big bags, because it's more leather, actually you would find to be more expensive. But it actually is the smaller bags that become more expensive with Hermes. It's the opposite.
I think we have seen a big shift in the market. So when I first started out, Birkin 35s were hot because everybody wants to have a bag to use, right? And to enjoy. And they are all like starting out. The market is just starting to be hot, right? So 35s were hot, and 35s are, they were, bags were hard to come by at that point of time, right? And the resale market is not as vibrant as it is right now. So we have a lot of 35 collectors. Then after that, we see like people trying to sell their 35s for the 30s. At one point of time, nobody really wants to buy the 25s because they find that, oh, it's so small, I can't put much. And then the 30s were the super hot sizing. Then you come a couple of years later, which is like about now, you have the nano bags and the mini bags, and 25 suddenly seems like, hey, I can use that. That's doable, So this is when you get, like right now, if you ask me, like what to invest in, it's what's hot right now. And 25 is on the top of the list, which is why you pay a higher premium than you would for a 30 or a 35, right? So that's how it is. But then again, ask me maybe 3 to 5 years later, like what you see right now, the trend is coming back to the big bags again, right? So it's very hard. You time it right to sell it, right? But you also have to time it right to buy it. Right, so right now, the 25s are still very good investment pieces, very good sizes to invest in. Because if you think about it, right, it's smaller. These are all handmade, and the smaller it is, the more intricate the workmanship has to be, right? So it's not as easy. Yeah. So
I like both bags. That the size for me, when I'm buying bags myself, I again think of, firstly, am I using it for work, or am I going to use it as a weekend bag, or is it a day bag? What am I using it for? A lot of the time, it's the colour, and and so sometimes the colour overrides, because it's not all the time that you will find colours in any of the sides. So if you say, for instance, right now, if you wanted a chai in a Birkin 35, for instance, well, that I don't even know if there's one exists. So I don't know whether think you'd be able to get a size 85. I don't think so. Probably
Actually,
not. It'd be pretty surprising if you could.
Actually,
So
that's pretty
sometimes it's
interesting, yeah? That's pretty interesting. Right now, you find a chai Birkin 35, it's probably going to be priced much higher than a normal Birkin 35 that you see. So then again, you know, if you weigh it, which is a better investment for you. I think it's at that point of time which is available at a great price, like a good price. So for example, right now, right, this Birkin 25 is at 18,900 pounds or 24,192 US dollars. So 18,900 pounds, 24,192 US dollars. So bearing in mind that right now the resale market for a brand new piece, brand new, right, will be closer to that way above that 20,000 pound mark, right? And right now you're getting something which is almost like new. There are no flaws, nothing to it. Yes, you might not get the box, but you get everything else, right? So I would think that to me this is a sound investment, because a couple of years down the road, as the price increase, I think you can easily make 1,000 to 2,000 pounds from that.
What stamp is that? That chai that you've got?
It's a Y stamp. Right.
2020, 21.
Right. Y stamp is a 2020 piece. Yes, it's a 2020 piece.
Amazing.
Right.
Yeah. And it looks like in beautiful condition.
It's really is, right? And the color is just so beautiful. I don't see any scratches on the hardware at all. And one thing beautiful about the Birkin 25 is that it almost never slouches, which is why you get to see a lot of interesting leathers on it. So you can literally play around with it but not change its shape. So you get Swift, which is beautiful. You don't see Swift in like the bigger bags usually, because they slouch and it's a little bit softer, but on the Birkin 25 it's almost guaranteed that it will keep its shape regardless of the leather that it is in, right? So this is definitely a great starter piece if you're looking for a great investment piece. This and the Gris Tourterelle. Of course, the Gris Tourterelle is at a much,
that's an amazing price.
amazing price. So this is something that you should grab for investment, right? Because the price is good to start with, so chances are you will be able to make more in time to come. Right.
So, we just got a question whether the Birkin fits in the crook of the arm.
Yes.
The Birkin 25 is normally one that you carry in your hands. So,
For me, I bought my baby here.
I haven't seen your baby.
Yes, you have not, because literally it's not in my vault. I don't have a vault, but I kept it in my cupboard, right? Because for me, right, nowadays I carry my laptop everywhere with me, so I need a bigger bag that I can actually throw around. So this literally is always in my cupboard, and this is how I kept it with the with the bubble and everything.
Wow, I'm excited.
So this is the Eton.
Oh, isn't it beautiful?
Right. So I think that this is a piece that this is my forever piece for now, right? So you can see the difference. So this is Eton, which is a dark gray, and then you have it beside the chai, right? And well, if you are talking about grays, then there you go. If you're talking about grays,
I love the
Rodeo
on that.
Yes, I
Oh,
love this. So I seldom get to use it, only during Chinese New Year. Right? Well, because just a little bit small for my everyday kind of lifestyle. So let's just take a look at how it fits. So this is my own, no need to worry so much about it. So usually wear it this way, right? It can still fit like the forearm, right? But it wouldn't go any further, right? This is a little bit is tighter. So as compared to a 30 will have a more comfortable fit on the crook of the arm, on the crook right here, right? So this one, you will hold it like this, right? And if you're looking for a rodeo, I think a small rodeo fits perfectly. I've tried a medium one, it's a little bit too big. Right, so I think this is perfect. So there you go.
I love the color combination of that. It looks divine. Looks gorgeous.
This is your time. Your time to show us what was the piece that you brought with you?
Okay, so the piece that I brought with me is, and it's such a big box, it's a massive box. Hang on. So I've actually got a Birkin 35. Now,
oh, you have a Birkin 35 too. A Birkin 35, 25? 35.
This is a 35. And there's a reason for it.
Yes.
So,
oh my gosh. I was thinking, should I bring my toile one? But I didn't have time to take it out.
So, if I could just get it out. The boxes are so big, right? The boxes are massive, guys. Like, it's ridiculous. Hang on. All right. So, this is a box for a 35. It is massive, guys. Look how big that is. Crazy. But as you'll see, now this is one for me to use, but also one for me to keep. Eventually, it'll make me money. But I'm going to, for now, the reason for it is because I'm going to use it. And see, you can see it's all packed up beautifully. Now, guys, even the original tissue, everything's in here.
Oh, while you're taking it out, Victoria has a question on the website, which I feel is a very good question. Right, so Victoria, thank you so much. And usually, do we store it with open or closed sangles? I think, right, for me, the Birkins, I will keep it open. Right, Kelly's usually I keep it closed because there is no holder for the Kelly, right? So it wouldn't mark or scratch the straps or the hardware. But for a Birkin, I will usually keep it open because there will be a dent and it will affect the shape of the sangles, I feel. So usually I'll keep it just open this way, right? Instead of pushing it right into the belt keep, and then you run the chance of scratching the leather and the hardware.
I never store the saddles. So the saddles, guys, are the arms that
yes.
Normally the box is. So the saddles, actually, I do not put them into the metal bits because it's better that it's just kept out open.
So I've seen a lot of pieces with a lot of scratches on the hardware because when you keep it here and when you open it, it actually scrapes the side, When you put it here and you open it, it actually scrapes all the way, the side of the belt keep right there.
So the one I've got is a Birkin 35, and maybe you could tell the leather
Barenia. Is it the Barenia? Oh my gosh. Don't ever part with that. The Barenia is mad.
So nice.
Yes.
See, you can see my arms are not in there. All the saddles are not locked. But guys, the leather. So even though I think this was a 2009 style. Even when I open it, the leather, the smell of this leather is, I can still smell it today. Like I can smell the leather. It is absolutely amazing. So let me just show you. It's the difference between the Barenia and say any other leathers. So this is the leather that they use for saddle. Can't say it, saddlery. And it's the whole idea is that you can see here it patinas over time. So you can see in the handle. Now, if you're precious about your leathers, you would never get a Barenia because it is one designed to age over time. I call it like the old man's leather armchair. So, hang on.
Like what is that armchair? What's that armchair called? There is a name for that chair.
So I don't know what it's called, but the old man's leather armchair. You know, over time it patinas, and so I call this Berenia bag the same, because the whole idea is that see that the oils in your hands will make it and then the difference between this one is that the stamp on it is actually a self stamp. Yes. It's not an ink stamp.
So on the Berenia and the natural leather, you don't see any gold or silver stamping, right? So in case you are wondering, is this considered gold color or is this natural color? One way is to look at the stamping. If the stamp is a natural, like a self stamp, right? Then it is definitely a Berenia or a natural leather color, not gold.
Yes. There we go. And now the thing is with Berenia, now it does come up, if you ever wanted to spar it does come up really well, Berenia, but the whole idea of Berenia is that it will age, it will just take on, you know, its owner over the time, which I think is beautiful. And you'll see how there is, I've used this, guys, so you'll see that it will naturally, just like an old man's rocking chair, maybe you call it a rocking chair, is that you'll just using it, like, and you know, I'm careful with my bags when I'm using it, but things like this happen, and
like
even
box leather.
It's a little bit, so like box leather. So, you know, even if you've got an oil or a water stain, things like this would naturally just take on. So if you think of it as, it's hard-wearing leather, it's a really hard-wearing leather, but you enjoy the patina process of
Like I said, right? I'm actually so I started out as a reseller. So every bag that I get from store, I sell it because that's my job, right? And that's when I can earn the most money out of. So I never keep any bags from store, if that makes sense. Right, I sell them for maximum profit, right? And then I hunt the market for rarer bags that so by the way, when I go into store, it's whatever that they can give me. I don't pick and choose, which is why I sell them, right? No love lost, right? But but when I keep the bags for myself, I want to make sure it's the perfect specs that I want, you see. So I will scour the resale market for things that I love and that the value is it's good value to me, right? So yes, definitely I have kept Constance 18, Constance 24, right? It's one of my favorite styles, right? I never knew that I would actually I never thought of it. I thought that it would be a Kelly first, then a Constance, but I just cannot resist Constance. In fact, I'm looking out for, I tell you, it's almost like I feel you guys, sometimes you miss out on a deal and then you just regret it, and I regretted it for years. I remember years. I fell asleep, I woke up and the bag was gone, right? It was the Constance Cartable. do you know Constance cuttable? Like there are a few sizes, right? So you have 18.
Yeah.
20. Cuttable is the extra large one with a really short handle. It's only available in black box.
Yes, I do know that one. Yes,
Oh
yes.
my god.
Oh my god. Yes.
I missed that one, and I never saw it again. And definitely not at that price. That point of time, right? I remember I wanted it so bad. It was at that point of time only 12 or less than 12,000 Singapore dollars. Right now.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Right now I can't. Okay, it's pre-loved, but the condition is good. Like from Asian from Asia.
Yeah.
So. Oh my god, I cannot find it at that price again. I'm killing myself. I'm still killing myself. Like about 5 years later, still killing myself. So that was the one that I want to collect. So I think that one is one that I love. So I took this one out because I just went for my Barbie date with my friends. So I just took out my Barbie bag. Well, I love this color. You guys know how much this color is loved by the entire LP team. Everybody loves a rose sakura, right? So actually I thought that, I love this. It's a color that is so beautiful, right? But I just find that I don't wear it often. I don't wear it as often as the gold one that I have. I only kept one in each size. So this is the 18 and I have a 24 in gold color. And I find that I use that one more than I would use this. Right.
So I just saw a comment there. Hang on. I'm just trying to read the comments as well. Constance, I think it depends on a number of things. Depends on your region, I think, as well. How many bags? Hermes, the stores are given so many bags a year or quarter or whatever it might be. So I actually think that the constance is determined by the region or the location that you're in. Because if they're not getting Birkin and Kellys, for instance, they will consider that constance is up there because they're not getting the Birkins and Kellys. So they will consider it as a quota bag, or not even formally, but they will look at your profile to determine whether or not you get one. So I think it's really determined on the region. So, and then the other question is, Mr. How long does it take for a 20,000 bag to resell on average? A $20,000 bag would, it depends on the specs of it.
Depends on the color, depend on the size, depend on how hot the market is. If you time it properly, like right now, you'll probably be able to sell a Birkin 35 higher than what you could get, say, a year plus ago, right? Because at that point of time, Birkin 35s were very low in price. So right now, it's inching up. Right, although it's not like a big gap, but then still it's inching up, which is good, right? You can almost guarantee that you can sell your bag for like the price that you got at, or slightly higher if you have gotten it like a couple of years ago, right?
Yeah. So for instance, that Constance, that pink Constance that you've got, Yen, if you were to put that on the market today and you priced it accordingly, that would go within minutes. Like it wouldn't sit for very long. And hence the reason why you hear some of us say, especially on the shows, guys, are you there? Are you listening? Because sometimes we know, when we're looking at all these bags on a global scale and what comes in, even amongst ourselves, we're going, oh my God, look what I got. Or look at this, or look at that. Oh my God, where did you get that from? So between even globally at our level, we're seeing all these bags go through, and some of these are so rare, they're like, someone grab it. Someone grab it, it's...
So
it's insane.
So these are the bags that you can almost never get it in store. That's one. And even if you do get it, you have to buy a lot to get it. You have to get up there to get it. So you are going to pay a much higher premium for it. So sometimes, right, if you weigh it, it's better to get it in the resale market where you know exactly what you're getting and how much you're paying for, right?
Yeah.
So I think that is also something to think about when you are getting all these kind of wish list bag. Right?
Yeah.
The wish list.
Well, let's say let me explain. I'll share a couple of stories with you. Real life stories from the Hermes store. Is that you were just talking about trench a minute ago. So for my significant birthday, which is now, I asked for it a year before my significant birthday. So I've been asking for 3 years for a gold or black mini Kelly. So it's been for 3 years now. And last year, they confessed, because I said, why have I waited so long? And I'm pretty close to the guys, right? Like, I actually have 3 essays in the local store here. And one of them said to me, well, confess that we sold a trench mini Kelly by mistake, which was allocated to you.
Oh my God.
And I went, oh my God, what did you do? And she said, I'm so sorry. And now in the second breath, now we'll give you a special order because you've waited so long. Aww. So, you know, like that is incredible, right?
Yes.
Like I'm close enough to them that they said, we are so sorry that you've waited this long. So talking about a wish list, this is what actually drives the market, because you're trying to get some of these bags and trying to, as Yen says, and we call it by how many dinner sets or dinner plates do we have to buy to even get to that sort of level of fulfilling a wish list. So sometimes you've got to counter sometimes the spend that you might have to spend in store. Yes. So let's just say to get a mini Kelly, and I don't know what the numbers are, but in store, but say you have to spend $100,000, I'm talking Australian dollars, 100,000 Australian dollars to be even offered a bag. Now, when you're offering does that make any logical sense? No, it doesn't, because already you've already surpassed. If you bought that bag, say you bought that mini Kelly and you bought it at a store for $15,000, but you've just spent $100,000. So it's $115,000 that you've just spent in order to be offered that wish list bag, right? It doesn't make any sense, guys. Yeah. So when you're looking at paying a premium, yes, it's a premium, and that mini Kelly might go for, let's say, $35,000, say, for instance. Now, that's a $20,000 premium because that's what the market's telling us. But $35,000 compared to $115,000 and $100,000 of stuff that you really didn't need. Can you understand what I'm saying here, guys? That is insane, right? Absolutely insane.
Yes. So you
gotta balance this out a little bit, guys. Just balance out what your spend is in order to get something from a wish list. No. So, yes, it's quite an interesting fact that some of these bags go for a premium, but think how much you've got to spend. So the other one that I got Yen on FaceTime last week was we had an LP community member come out from California and came to Sydney and reached out and we actually had coffee. We had coffee on the Tuesday, and it was just coffee, and it was just catch up. It was so lovely. Absolutely gorgeous. Anyway, as she flies back out today, and she's never been into an Hermes store. She's been an LP customer for a long time, but she never went into an Hermes store because of she felt intimidated. She said, I cannot go into store. I just feel it's not right for me. I can't. So hence the reason why I have a wish list, but I haven't shared it with Hermes, and I just have it on my list hoping that, I'm going to find it maybe on LP. I said, great. So I said, it happens to be that I actually have a midday appointment at Hermes. I actually catch catch up with them once a month. And I said, I happen to have my appointment tomorrow, which was Wednesday at midday. Now, we walked into store. I actually told my SA that, this lady's from America, blah, blah, blah. And we've got a flagship store here in Sydney, beautiful old bank, over 3 floors. It's enormous. And the stock level is normally quite comparable to Paris.
Wow.
Only because the family, because the Hermes family have investments here. They love Australia. They've got an affinities to Australia. So hence the reason why we have this massive store. Anyway, she managed to find 2 pairs of shoes. She thought, no way, absolute. You should have seen her face. Like, can't believe I've got 2 pairs of shoes in the colour I want and in the size. Never the case,
yes.
right? And that's for shoes only. Anyway, of course, my lovely SA said, do you want to create a profile here? You bought 2 shoes. And I went, yeah, but you're a visitor. Anyway, she said, okay, well, what's on your wish list? And we only spoke about this the day before over coffee. And she said, if I could get a Kelly cut in white, I would be over the moon. And I looked at her on Tuesday over coffee and I went, forget it.
No
Don't
way.
worry. But, non-existent. I haven't seen a Kelly cut in white in anywhere. Nowhere.
Never.
Not a Kelly cut, a Kelly to go, I mean. Kelly to go in white. No, never. Anyway, so we went into the store and my SA said, I'll go to the back room and see what I've got. We went into a private area. She said, I think just go sit in the private area if you don't want to walk around, She came back. She came back with a box. I couldn't even imagine, if I only took a video of
The
her
excitement.
face, the excitement, she pulled it out a little bit and I saw, and only because she said the wish list, I went, oh my God. And she couldn't even look. Her hands were getting sweaty. She was like, oh my God. Anyway, her wish was fulfilled in the first visit to Hermes ever on record. I couldn't believe it. What was the colour again? It wasn't exactly white. I can't remember the colour. No, it was green. Yeah, what was the colour again of the Kelly?
The Kelly.
It's a brand new colour. It's a brand new colour. It was green. Anyway,
gosh.
And
Forgot.
of course we had to FaceTime Yen.
Yes.
Because we were absolutely blown away that someone could come into Hermes for the very first time ever. She'd never even been into a store in the US. Never. Because of she felt intimidated by going into the store. And of course she's like, how much do I need to spend in order to get anything? So,
is it a green neve? Neve?
Yeah, and it's like a very close to white, but
yes.
not white. Right. But how incredible it was to take away that feeling of I could never do this. I could never go into an Hermes store firstly, but even to have a moment to understand Hermes and how they operate, what is those stores. I mean, maybe every SA is very different, of course,
yes.
But to have that experience and to be it was a wow moment. She was still,
sure.
We had to go after that store. We had to go and have lunch.
Calm your nerves.
Yes.
Yes, I'm sure. Right? So I think, so sometimes it's a hit or a miss, right? And most of the time, I think, it's a lot to do. Yeah, it's a lot to do with luck, don't you think?
Yes.
Right?
Yes, exactly. So our client was prepared. She's got this wish list, but why I was going to this story was she actually had that particular item because she'd given up on Hermes, right? That wasn't even on the horizon for her. But on the resale market, she was prepared to pay a premium to buy this particular bag, to even to have this bag. And she realizes that if she was to be on that to make a wish list with Hermes, she would have actually had to spend mountains of money to even get to be offered that bag. So even the likes of, she's been watching LP shows for now, I think she said 2 years. And still today, she hadn't even found one.
Yeah.
A Kelly to go in white, she hadn't even found one.
No,
so this is what we're talking about, guys. No, neither have I. And even out in anywhere, I've not seen one. So when we're talking about rarity and investment, guys, sometimes we when someone snaps up a bag in the show and you know how quickly they are to purchase that, it's because it's been on their wish list. They may have not even gone into Hermes because of that fact of spending what you have to spend. But even to find it, like for us to find it and to be able to offer that to you is like incredible, right? Like, so when you see it on our shows sometimes, and we don't want to be pushing the bag on you, of course not, because you've got to fall within your own budgets. But sometimes we don't even know how to express the fact that these bags are so hard to come by, the rarity of them. Sometimes you hear us get excited about it, and it's because of that. So we're trying to share, it's sometimes hard to share that on a camera, but guys, sometimes the excitement is real because we know how hard it is to get.
Yeah. So Priscilla is asking if a Kelly cut is a better investment than a Kelly to go. I would say at this point of time, current market, yes, Kelly cut is a better investment. Simply because it's harder to come by than a Kelly to go at this point of time. Right. So Kelly cards, Kelly pochettes, like I always say on my show, out of 10 Kellys that you get, only one is a Kelly card or a Kelly pochette, right? So they are really hard to come by. And in fact, right now, we are wondering if the Kelly card is actually still available, because we don't see them brand new very, very seldom right now, right? Together with the ZJ and things like that.
Yeah, so last Wednesday I did ask about the Kelly cut because, she was being offered the Kelly to go. So I did ask my SA, I said, what's the story with the Kelly cut? And she said, I haven't seen one for such a long time. She said, I don't know whether they're actually making them anymore. She said, I couldn't even answer you. Yeah. She said, it's really hard to come by.
Yeah. So they don't exactly give you an answer, but I don't think it's available right now. So that's why it drives up the resale value, right? Things are harder to come by, and when they do come by, people want to keep them. They don't want to sell
Have you got one?
anymore. No, I don't have a Kelly.
Have you got a Kelly?
I don't have a Kelly card. I don't have a Kelly. I don't know why. I just don't have the affinity with a Kelly yet. Yet. I'm looking to get a 25, a Kelly 25. Let's see how that goes. Yeah. No Kelly cards, no Kelly pochette, no Kelly anything for me yet. Hasn't come.
Over time.
Yes.
Over time.
Yes, you will. Yeah. You will. When you meet the right one and you know it's the right one, go for it. Yeah. I haven't met the right one.
Have you got any other bags that you've curated for today?
Yes, I do. So we're going to go. I have 3 more. I'm just going to go through what I feel are great investment pieces, right? So one of it is I have 2 special orders with me, so we just put it up there. One of it is not, we don't have the owner is still thinking whether, it's something that she wants to sell. This is full set, unused, unworn. This is full set, unused, unworn, and everything. All right, so this one, if you guys want it, then we'll have to invoice you for this, right? But this is gray with white and white is always hard. Special order, so somebody has actually sat down and have a good thought about this. So these are all very hard to come by colors. The gray, the white with the gold hardware, right? So this is full set, everything, right? And this is this will be on sale at 25,000 pounds, right? So if you want it, you can always email us, let us know, and then I will yen@luxurypromise.com. I can invoice you, I can give you more pictures. But this is what you pay for an average, like a normal, not a special order, not a horseshoe stamp Kelly 20, brand new. Alright?
What was it, did you say £25,000?
Yes, 25.
It's probably enough for you. Okay, so if you, actually I should have put your email address on there. If anybody wants to email Yen, it's yen@luxurypromise.com. Yes. So just, do you want to explain a special order and explain why some special orders are good investments and others are not? So, and maybe just I don't know if a lot of people know what special orders are.
Actually, I have not seen a special order that is not good investment. Right? So the only special orders that I wonder why people actually make a special order out of is when you have a single color. I have seen like black gold hardware, special order. I don't know why, but probably at that point of time she wasn't able to get the black gold hardware and she really wanted one, so she had one specially made. So I've seen a full black special order with HSS, or the horseshoe stamp, right? So with this one, this is, I'm just going to show you how beautiful this bag is. So this is like a brand new inbox piece with full set with everything, right? So I'm not going to pry this open because it has seals everywhere, right? So as you know, these are very tight fit, so I don't want to pry it open. I do have a pre-loved one which is in one of your favorite colors, right? So this is malachite with black, right? So far, like I said, have not seen a special order bag that is not a good investment because they are so hard to come by, right, already. So I am going to show you this. Right, so see close up, this is what we mean by special order. Special order is lovingly nicknamed the HSS bags. HSS stands for horseshoe stamp. So you literally have a horseshoe stamp here for good luck. Right, so the stamp is just right here, right? So far we have seen a lot of different combinations. Like this one is just so good, right? And well, you have different choices for the leathers. You have an array of choices depending on the leather that you want, right? So HSS for horseshoe stamp, the basic leather types still stands. So for example, if you see like for example malachite is available in Togo, Epsom. Let's say you want it in chef, it probably wouldn't exist, right? So they are all the same. You won't expect much of a variation. So it depends on the leather type that you want. You'll be able to choose from a specific color, or if colors are important to you rather than the leather type, then you choose via color, right? And then you will have, of course, different hardwares. So remember, like what Sabrina was saying, you seen a brush gold. We had a brush gold hardware piece that sold yesterday, right? With the HSS, the horseshoe stem one. So it's brush gold. So brush gold, brush palladium hardware only available on special order pieces. So that's why a lot of people choose these hardwares, because they are not available to everyone else or every other bag, right? So this is in gold.
I just can imagine someone wearing a VCA, onyx or malachite with this bag.
Yes.
It's so, like, the combination is just
I
beautiful.
know. If I can find a good price one, I will gift it, but I can't, right? So right now, VCA is also another brand that, Van Cleef is also like sky high right now, right? So if you get good pieces from us, keep it or snap it up if you see good ones that comes by. So this comes with a contrast strap as well. So you have black that goes with the handles and the sangles right here. I think this is just a great piece to start with if you're looking for a horseshoe stamp piece to add to your investment collection, because this price is just so silly. For a horseshoe stamp, this is just an insane price piece. I'm going to post up the price and then you guys are going to go, wow. Okay, Epsom leather. You know I love Epsom leather, right? Structured, and I don't know, love the boxy look of it, right? So this piece, I am going to give you the price. I'm going to post it on the website. This is a malachite black Epsom horseshoe stamp, gold hardware. So this is an R stamp bag, right? And this is at £12,980. £12,980. Yes. For a horseshoe bag. So imagine how much you have to spend in order to get a special order made for you, right?
Crazy. Like, that's insane.
Yeah, I can guarantee you won't be able to get. I mean, if you can imagine, if you want to get a horseshoe stamp bag, there is no way. A retail price for Kelly right now in store is probably 9,000 plus pounds, right? So can you imagine just spending 3,000 pounds and getting a special order made? Is that possible? No.
And can for a special order or the HSS bags? So I'll just share with you that the whole when you get the phone call. So firstly, before you even go into store, you decide, you have to do some research. You have to do, it's a 32, Kelly 32.
Yes, it's a 32.
So what you do is you get your phone call. When you make that appointment, between the phone call and the appointment, you actually do some research and an understanding of what you particularly want. So by the time you get there, you've got an idea. Now, what happens is you then firstly decide on what bag it is. Then you decide on what size you want. Then there's a box that comes out and you have all the coloured leathers and all the finished leathers all in a row, so you can actually, it's like a swatch box.
Yeah.
So all the swatches, they're about that big, and you go through and choose which the colours you want. You can play with what colours, and also the types of leathers, because some of the leathers, some of the colours don't come in particular leathers and stuff like this. So you play with what you want to do, what colours. Then what you do is you decide on where you want the contrast of colours, what you want. You know, so that's why I'm like, before you even go in, you've got to have some idea of what you want. Otherwise, you're going to be there all day. Then what happens is then you can have your colour stitching. So depending on actually the batch that they do for the special orders, you can have contrast stitching, you can have stitching, you can play with what colour stitching. But then, as Yen was saying, the hardware. So yes, the brushed hardware is the most common one in horseshoe because it only is specifically for those special orders. So, but you do have a range of coloured hardware. Then when you've filled in the document that goes with it, you go through it again. Make sure you're absolutely 100%. Then you sign off on it, and then you need to literally wait a year for it. But when when I mentioned what have you seen as not being a great investment as a horseshoe special order bag. So my experience with that is that my SA said to me, because I said, the colours are, hard to work out what colours. But she's like, do you realise that some people have done this and we've had to question the colour range that they've done, and sometimes Hermes will knock it back. They do not want the colour combination that they've decided on, Hermes will say, no, we're not going to do that.
Yeah. So
because it's not in line with them.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah.
So these bags literally don't see daylight, right? So I think the bad investment pieces has been cut at that stage.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Yes.
They won't even release it.
Exactly.
They're just big cross. No, not producing that.
Yes, try again. So D was asking 8 months to receive. It's more like they will tell you a year, right? They will tell you a year. Yeah. So if it's any earlier, good for us, good for you, right? But then yes, they will tell you it's a year. So tell us, is the so special order bag, is it more expensive? It's definitely more expensive to get invited to make a special order. That's what makes it expensive.
But otherwise,
yes.
if it's I suppose when you're talking exotic skins, yes. But when you're talking just your regular bag, it's the same price. So
it's more like the amount you have to spend.
Yeah, it's the amount that you've spent up to that time to be offered that. So, and I know from the Sydney, it's it can vary between once a year or twice a year at the absolute max that will happen. So,
1 year, 6 months, 1.5 years. It's insane. I tell you, they really take a long time to make sometimes. Yeah. So these are all handmade pieces. It depends on whether the color is, the leather is available, etc., etc. And to make it and put it together, sometimes you've got to wait.
Yes, it's worth the wait though, and that's the wait is part of the journey sometimes. So the fact that between the phone call and then actually the appointment and then just the anticipation of getting that piece, sometimes it's about the journey of that, and of course Hermes want you to spend money all the way along as well.
Yeah. You want it faster? Spend a bit more. No, I don't think so. It's already in the pipeline. So just be patient and wait. Or you can always shop with us. Get something in between, right? There is no way that you can spend £3,000 in store and get invited to make a special order. No way. So it's already a savings. That's one. And if this is the colorway that you're looking for, just jump onto the bandwagon, because definitely these are rare pieces. This is the only one in the market right now, I can tell you. You can Google it.
Yeah.
This will be the only piece, right? That's why it's called a horseshoe stamp, and to spend £12,800 on it is just insane.
Yeah.
It's crazy. You will never be able to get it anywhere else. Right? So, there you go.
Sabrina's going to join us.
Hi, Sabrina. Yes, of course. Sabrina.
I'm gonna send Sabrina an invite.
I'm gonna let her see this, and then this I think can rival with the Birkin 30 that she showed yesterday. Hello.
Hi. Hello. I'm shopping.
You are? I can see.
I'm not like Trudi shops. Trudi, congratulations. How amazing. Thank you. Feel? Well, between now and before leaving for the UK, I'm in a transition phase. So I literally have to, I've still got a lot of work to do to make sure that the team, the clients, everything transitions really well. But Numericate's been going now for 18 years, and to have offers on the table to buy my company is just amazing. So I'm looking forward to catching up with the team at LP and what the timing, right? So guys, when I spoke to Sabrina about opening Australia for Luxury Promise, it was quite interesting because I'm like, no, I've got a company. I've got another company. I'm happy to do, Luxury Promise on the weekends, and I don't need to build another company. I've got my company, all of that stuff. So it was quite an interesting conversation because back then, I can tell you, my company wasn't on the market. It was definitely not. And how things work out, right? Like timing and everything. And what was quite interesting is, like Luxury Promise, like we got it going in Australia, and then I had my mentor say to me, well, your company is like really, like people want your company. And actually when it went out to market, I had over 50 companies in Australia that wanted to buy the company.
Amazing.
So I had six offers on the table, nationally. And so I was like, even then I was like, am I on the market? Am I for sale now? And like it all happened. And then, of course, when it all sold, my husband's like, oh my gosh, you can just go and do what you absolutely love doing. And that is, off you go.
Well, no, honestly, an incredible achievement. We need to do a podcast with you, Trudi, when you come to London. And I'd love to hear all about it.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Teach me the things that you know. You hard way, so then hopefully I don't need to.
Pointers.
Yes. Well, we're talking about investment bags today. So, and Sabrina, I don't know if you remember this one. I brought one in because my other pieces are actually in a vault. But I bought this one from you back in the day, and I said, so there's different types of investments in Hermes. There's ones that are absolutely ones that you literally do not unwrap, that you keep, and that is pure investment, just like shares. I play in the stock market, so it's, that game. You have another investment where it's cost per wear becomes nil when you go to resell it. So, and this is the one that I brought in today, and I don't know if you remember.
Wow. That is the one. Trudi, you've got a few that I wish never got away, but I'm glad it went to you, which is the exciting part. But talk about it, because I'm only here for the next 10 minutes. They pulled out some amazing pieces. I thought we can quickly do some sold pieces. Do a sold show quickly, guys. Trudi, if you ever want to sell it, you know where to come. Wait to hear all about the bag, but I'm glad I've got you on, Trudi, because some of these pieces I know I might get in trouble for telling you, but showing them.
The diamonds.
What other prices? But earlier on I showed some amazing pieces of jewelry, and the reason why is that they're pre-loved pieces of jewelry, and they've come from pawnbrokers. So the Japanese market is a big pawnbroking culture in terms of their business. So they trade and buy things. Literally, you go down the strip and there's everything. So they've got you can get really incredible unbranded jewelry pieces at crazy price points. So I'm going to start with a piece of jewelry, which I know is absolutely insane, guys. So we're going to say sold to purchase, and I'm going to flip the screen.
Hang on 2 seconds. So how do I do this? Do I just pin it? Whoever says sold first, I pin. Is that how it works?
Yeah, exactly.
And then email me, and then I will invoice.
Yeah. And then Yen can take down the details of the name.
Oh my God. This is amazing to have Sabrina on, guys.
So this is 0.75 carats of diamonds in 18 carat white gold. Now this goes up to a 54, which is what a US 54. Oh, let me give you the details actually. So this is a 54. It's actually platinum, so it's not even white gold. It's platinum. I don't know if you guys can see clearly, and it doesn't have the diamonds around the back. So you can adjust. You can make an adjustment by probably 3 sizes.
So 3 sizes up and down because of the diamonds on the side. So
yes, exactly.
3 sizes up and down. Yeah.
So the diamonds don't go all the way around, just to this. To the front of it, which again is going to be kind of like your eye color, SI clarity, Now this is 0.7 carats of diamond. Sorry guys, I'm trying to find this, give you the exact sizing in the US, which is approximately about a 6.25 US size.
Wow, look at that.
Now,
come closer to the camera, Sabrina. Come closer. Yeah. Are they all round brilliant?
All round brilliant. All round brilliant.
Half pavé.
Look at the sparkle. Platinum as well. Now, this is £595, or, I don't know, again, can you give me the dollar price?
Yes.
It is 0.7 carats.
Yeah.
And so just to confirm, it's a pre-love piece that's been polished up again to make like new. It's 0.7, what was it, 0.75 carats? Did you say?
0.7. 0.7.
0.7
carats.
Yeah, so this is $762 US.
Guys, I can't do that. I can't sell that at that price.
No.
If you want it,
this
say
is
so.
this is quite random, guys. But an opportunity here, you can say sold on the show, and oh my god, this is quite random that Sabrina's just jumped on and amazing doing this piece.
Exactly. I'll flip the screen so you can just kind of see the shine and the sparkle. Oh, hang on 1 second. Literally, it's insane. And Norma, your invoice is going to go out tomorrow. So that's $595 or $760 US. I don't know if it's too small for me to do a sold show, but I thought I'd quickly jump on and show like 2 amazing pieces.
Amazing. Amazing. Incredible.
So the same
Someone say sold. Seriously.
Yeah, and the price
This
is...
is quite this is a surprise from Sabrina. Had no idea she was jumping on. So far out.
Yeah.
In terms of like, I'm going to do one more 2 pieces. Now I have literally got this insane necklace, guys. Almost like let me just show you so it's got a brilliant cut diamonds. Again, this is a pre-loved piece. I know, Norma. It is a pre-loved piece. It's got like 12 brilliant cut diamonds. It's in your 18 white carat gold. And again, you're going to have a good amount of detail, a good amount of diamonds on this. So it is 40 centimeters. It's half a carat of diamonds. And again, I'm going to say approximately eye color SI clarity on this. It is honestly going to blow. If someone is awake right now who was looking for all the necklaces that I literally sold out yesterday, literally they were gone, and everyone was like, give me more necklaces. It's the last necklace that I have. Look how insane that is. Right? This is £495.
What?
All you need to know, in every currency, this is going to be incredible. We've got
12?
accents going.
12 diamonds.
12 diamonds, half a carat.
Oh my gosh. This is $634 US.
There you go. That's $495 or $634 for half a carat of diamonds, guys.
Say sold and I will invoice you. This is for 12, right? 12 diamonds, 18K white gold.
With 0.5 carats, brilliant cut diamonds, guys.
It's an amazing opportunity to pick up a piece at that pricing.
Yeah.
Seriously, I in my shows I don't have that pricing. That is just incredible.
So true. Obviously, guys, this is a pre-love piece. There is no cert, but we have everything checked with our gemologist. We'll have everything rechecked by Sarah as well. And so again, Trudy's. Trudy really gives you. It's very rare to get things with like certs and all of that.
My stuff's new. My stuff's brand new, guys. Mine's unworn. This is pre-love pieces that have been polished, and the opportunity to pick up pieces that are at this price point. So I have to say, some people are, you work within your budget, guys. You work within your budget, and in some cases, you may not be able to find a piece on my show, and Sabrina's offering you these pieces at prices that may fall into your budgets, which is amazing. It's incredible.
Yeah.
So the opportunity, is for everyone.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I love about what we do. We literally are, and when we come around globally, literally, people say they're global businesses, but I don't believe it, because I'm like, how? Ship globally? No, we really try to go into all those markets to find all those items. Like Trudi, what she's found with her jewellery pieces, none of us can find. Like, she's done that all on her own. We just turn up on the screen, and she's literally done everything. Even I just wake up and like, oh,
Trudy's on.
I've got one eye. Then I was sapphires. Bloody hell, where did she get pink diamonds, pink sapphires from? I'm like, where? I have literally walked through, seen hundreds of products, and I've hardly seen any pink sapphire, which is crazy. Oh, by the way, I've asked Jen already. My mum is desperate. She's doing my head in. She wants 2 jade pieces, a light colour jade and a dark blue jade. Since I know you can find pink diamonds and all of that.
Why not? Right?
Okay, Trudy? I'm sure.
Oh my God! Everyone's asking me for the impossibles. I'm telling you. Like, did you see that one that I sold yesterday? The lotus colour morganite. Lotus colour.
I can't. And now my mum is like seen it all. She's seen all these like
Shows.
videos and she thinks now I'm like this mogul of all jewels. I'm like, I'll try, like, but there isn't.
We just get it up, and that we do work globally, guys. So some things that I to be able to pull in from different resources globally, it's just incredible. So, anyway, what else have you got for us, Sabrina? Have you got anything else?
Oh, I have more things. Should I do some more things? Or
yeah, come on.
Okay.
I was on your show for a split moment yesterday, and oh my God, I got a tick to one of my pieces that I've had on my list, and it wasn't until So I've had to try and restrain myself from buying too much, and I thought, right, once the business is sold, I am self-prezzies, right? So I'm like, that was one of those pieces. So I was like, yeah.
I love is at least you got it with luck. On your exit, like the day you're like, you confirmed it.
Yes.
I wonder, one day, Trudi, one day I'll know that feeling. So here we have another amazing piece. It's almost like an incredible, almost like a sparkle, like the way it's sat. They are brilliant cut diamonds, but they look like little stars the way the setting is. It's 18 karat white gold, and again, these can all be resized because of the back, so they don't have the diamonds all the way around. This fits a size 52, so if you're a size 52, which is, I'll get you the US size in a second. Sorry, the zooming is not great here. Oh, there we go, I can zoom.
Oh, look how pretty that is.
Wow.
It's almost like, is it pave diamonds?
Yeah.
On the wave.
Yes, all pave diamonds, all brilliant cut. And it's, again, the brand is Tasaki, which is a Japanese brand. And it is 0.7 carats of diamonds. And again, it's platinum. So, Trudi, I don't know, maybe you can tell guys, in terms of platinum, this is more expensive than white gold.
Definitely. So platinum is like the top gold that you can have in your luxury goods, in your luxury jewellery. So platinum actually it sits above your 18 karat white gold. So I can tell you now that my wedding band and my engagement ring are all set in platinum. So
yes, if you really are, like I always say, if you are a true connoisseur of jewellery, you always understand and appreciate the platinum. Platinum is one of those pieces that doesn't tarnish or lose its colour. White gold eventually, if you polish it or clean it too much, won't, it still doesn't lose its colour, but it can fade, whereas platinum doesn't. It stays the colour always like that. So it's very timeless, more durable in terms of the wear. Now again, guys, this is £695.
9.
Oh my god.
which is
Beta.
0.7 carats, eye color, SI clarity. They could be better, but I'm giving them commercial grade diamond rating. And
I think with that jeweler though that you're talking about, that Japanese jeweler, I think it might be a little bit better than that.
yeah, Sasaki typically would be using kind of like your, I'd say VS clarity.
Yeah. Do you want to just pop it off just so you can see the underneath of it? So this, I think the sizing of this can
it can be resized. Yeah.
You can
And what's the dollar price again?
890. $890 US.
Oh my god, it's under $1,000 US.
Yeah, exactly.
Platinum. That particular Japanese. Oh my god, that's incredible.
Yes, you say so. Yeah, it is a bit. You're right, Trudi. You know, it is a BS clarity.
Yeah.
And it's going to be like F to H color.
Yeah, I think like retail that would be, I don't know. I'm talking Australian dollars now, but it's pricey. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do the conversions in my head. Australian pounds, US. I'm like, oh my god.
Even in Singapore dollars, it doesn't make any sense.
No.
Yeah. I know every currency. Australian dollar, US dollar, or dollar, Egyptian dollars. Yeah. I don't know.
Sabrina, somebody's asking if Beta is asking if you have any more VCAs. Any more Cartier pieces.
Not today,
okay.
But when we're in Singapore, you've got a big box of stuff arriving.
I feel like I need to meet you guys. I need to just fly over for a couple of days to Singapore.
Oh my god! When are you flying to? When am I into
UK.
Singapore? What date am I in Singapore? 15.
16. I don't know. So far it's like 16 to 20.
Yeah. So I'm there for 5 days. So come in and any white gold. So the only tennis bracelet kind of style they have is this, and it's 2.5 carats, and the price is crazy. Should I do it?
Yes. So
Let's
nice.
do it.
So this is, I know, it's insane because they've already done a swipe up story to this. It's 2.5 carats of diamonds.
Wow.
And again, you've got your 3, like almost like a V-shaped detail on this, the way it sits. Now this is your FVS color and clarity, and again, it's not closed, but it does close. It's 19 centimeters and it can be tightened with this. I love the security setting on it actually. And again, guys, this is 8 carat yellow gold.
So pretty. Oh, we lost her. What's happened? We lost her again.
Yeah, maybe her connection, or maybe she pressed the wrong thing.
Yeah, I'll invite her again. For those that are asking for diamond studs and white gold tennis bracelets, you may have come through Sabrina or Luxury Promise. I am the Australian show host here, and I do actually do the jewels and the diamonds range. So if you are looking for something in particular, I do have what we call an everyday diamond range, and that is with tennis bracelets, tennis necklaces, diamond studs, and eternity rings. So perhaps if you just DM me, and what I can do is direct you to the website. I did show those on the weekend, so I do have those pinned under new arrivals. But if you just DM me, I can send you the links to that. So let me just try and get Sabrina back on. Where's she gone? There we go.
Sent a request, she said. She sent you a request. Yeah, okay, great.
There you go.
Yeah, as Trudy's saying, classics, I knocked myself out. Classic tennis bracelets and tennis necklaces, I don't have any. Trudy's stuff is 18 karat gold. So, and all her stuff is certified by a GIA gemologist, which is your best grading of diamond, and they all come with certs, boxes, and they've not ever been used. So again, if you want anything diamonds, follow Trudi. If you guys follow Trudi, you can get an alert to when so there's certain show hosts that you are after certain products. Follow them because they do post on their stories when they're doing their lives. Trudy's the best. She does. Not everybody does. do follow Trudy and you'll find out exactly when her item is coming. Now, I have this piece. It's a 2-carat diamond tennis bracelet. It's not a tennis bracelet, but it's kind of like a yellow gold 18 carat. It's your FBS color, your H color VSI clarity, and this is £1,400 or $1,800.
What? You were saying 2.5 carat. Was it 2 or 2.5 carat?
2 carats.
2, okay. So this is 1,004. That will be 1,792. $1,792 US.
Look how sparkly that is.
Yeah,
God.
I have done a type up to my story so you can see full details on my store.
Sparkly.
Buy it, and we'll cover your customs and your duties. Right, I better head and let you guys get back to handbag talk and Birkins and Kellys, and I want to hear about your Bahraini Birkins. Okay. Guys, stay tuned. So Yen and I will be together 15th to the 20th. I do have 1 or 2 shows from Malaysia, which is my next destination. So I'll see you all then. And Trudy, when's your next show? Tonight or tomorrow?
No, my next show is not until Friday night.
Weekend.
Tennis bracelets, studs, and more fine jewellery. But until then, there's no pieces left. I know Wednesday, Sarah has Van Cleef and Cartier. So if you guys want Van Cleef and Cartier, Sarah's there. And Trudy will be back with all those other sparkly pieces. And her price is amazing. And they come with everything. So you don't need to worry.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Have fun.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Okay. So
All right.
that was a random visit from Sabrina, who is of course the CEO and founder of Luxury Promise. So we were surprised. She's in our time region. That's why she's in Japan at
Yes.
the moment. So that was a very surprise. That was a random visit because she is in our time zone.
Yes.
But for all those that are still on, we're actually doing it's like a fireside chat, and it is part of a 7 series. We are up to series 4, and it's all things about Hermes bags. And so the first series was about the leathers, the second was about Birkins, third was about the Kellys, and today is about investments. And some people they find the intimidation or just not understanding what we mean by investment when you're buying and purchasing Hermes bags. And, what makes an investment as an Hermes bag versus what you buy in today's market and what it's going to look like in the future. So now we're a bit thrown off now because Sabrina just jumped in. But what you were just showing the horseshoe bag,
Yes.
which is the special order, which is the malachite and black Kelly bag.
Yes.
Now, guys, if you want to actually see some more information, we do. Yenny's actually pinning these items on the website under new arrival. So if you do go to luxurypromise.com, you will be able to go under new arrivals and see these bags that we're actually especially curated for our conversations. So, over to you. I think you've got 5 bags today, right? You're showing us 5 bags.
Yeah. Let me take a look. Am I showing you 5 bags? I have all the bags here. Not all of them are.
Oh,
Yeah, not all of them
No more.
are up. Sorry.
have you got more? Tell us.
I have one.
Share.
So one of it, I think that this horseshoe stamp piece is definitely a great investment piece because the price point is just so good. You can almost guarantee that when you resell it a few years later, right? The keyword here being a few price increases later, you can almost guarantee that you will not lose, and in fact you will make money out of this. Let me back in.
What has she got?
I don't know.
What
Let's see.
What have you got? What have you found?
What? What is
The
that?
matching earrings to your Justin Clue, and the price Trudy.
Oh my god.
Excuse me, I have to take my glasses off for a second because I can't get really close.
Trudy, the price is mental for you. Only, guys, this is a Trudy Trudi price, guys. No one else. Please note, this is the price of this one. So this again, Trudi. I don't know what you can go check the retail price on it, but obviously these are Trudi price, guys. So these are going to be reserved for Trudi. I can't, because I know I'll be meeting her somewhere in London. So they are your just include full pave diamond earrings.
Oh my God, you know how hard these are to get, right?
They are white gold. I don't know if you wear just include earrings, but these are absolutely stunning. I think, can you just double check the retail price on them?
Okay.
So I can see. So I'm just going to show you what they look like against the air. I won't put them on, obviously. Now, again, they come with their cert and they come with a box. Again, so they're a full set. 2021. Full pave diamond, white gold earrings. Obviously, no pressure. If you want it, I thought I'd give you dibs. I can't offer this price to anybody else because it literally is because I'm carrying them as a friend.
How much is it again? How much is it again?
So can you tell me the retail price? Because I just want to double check what the retail price is.
Okay, the retail price locally is 10,300 Singapore dollars. That's about, say, 6,000 pounds.
So Trudi, these are £4,200.
What?
Can I have them?
Huh?
You get you get dip.
I'm gonna get them.
I want them. You can't. Yes.
They're full pave. Full pave. Are you taking them?
Take it.
Yay! Sorry guys, I probably won't ever see these again. And as you guys know, yeah, Trudi, it was a Trudi special because she has the bracelet.
Yes.
That needs to go with my bracelet.
Yeah. Good to go.
Congratulations! What a great gift.
Yeah, I'm
to
actually,
yourself.
I'm scanning the room, and I was just like, 1 second. I was like, I didn't even get her to get the price to me. I was literally, she showed me the price now, and I was just like, oh my God, Trudi, let me back in.
Can you invoice me, Yen, please? So, guys, company policy is that you don't do, even though we've got access to back ends of stuff, as any good business, you have to have an arm's length because we're buying stuff all around the place as well. So, arm's length always. So, Yen, can you please invoice me? I am definitely taking them.
Send me.
Talking like an accountant.
She is.
She's talking like a true account, which is crazy.
So Sabrina, send me the details, yeah?
There is another pair for Pam, since I'm here. They're white gold. There's white gold loved, which I am going to be getting. And then there's these, which are the white gold diamond Cartier as well. Do you want me to show you these? The price on these are also crazy, but...
Oh my God, come on, show them, because people are asking about Cartier stuff. So you might, come on. You can't tease us with stuff.
So Pammy, these are... The prices, honestly, I don't know how I'm going to leave. I have to leave in 40 minutes. I have to literally get out of the place in 40 minutes. Okay, so these are your...
again.
White gold, diamond Cartier hoop earrings.
Oh my God, I love these
diamonds. These have diamonds all the way round, guys. Either way, these are coming back, so you will see them again. Now, these are the Cartier, these ones need. Sorry. So again, I'm just going to get the details of what it comes with. So you've got, again, EVS color clarity, because you're going to use it. It's Cartier, it's your top grade diamond. Give me 1 second while I try to zoom in so you can see the detail. There we go. Can you see better? Yeah.
They are absolutely beautiful.
Those are the detail, and I'll show them against my ears as well. They've all been cleaned and polished professionally by Cartier as well. Now, this piece is this piece again is diamonds, and you have, and I'll give you your dollar price in just a second. I'll just tell you what it comes with. So it comes as is, I think. Doesn't come with any paperwork or box, but again, you can literally, I'll get a box for you. I need to find out where Trudi gets all her boxes from, actually. And, the price. So I'm just going to tell you the price.
I can just bring some over. I'll just bring some over.
Okay. So this, guys, is, $3,300 or £2,600.
Oh my God, say that again.
£2,600 or $3,300.
Maybe you should get both.
Sabrina, what are you doing?
Say so.
So there you go. You've got I think with the what? I mean, I can get Trudi to be naughty, but the white hoops. You already. I mean, I'll show you the ones you've got. Let me just show you the ones you got. I feel like they will. I mean, they actually no, they're very different, but trying to save you money here.
No, you need a set, Trudi.
The carat weight on these.
You go.
They're 1 carat, total of 1 carat of diamonds. They're Cartier.
Someone needs to grab these. You're going to send me broke.
$2,600,
No.
$3,300.
You will never be. Don't worry.
Don't worry, Trudi. You can you'll be just selling loads more. That's what you'll be doing.
Guys, so you're going to get Sabrina. I'm going to be on 5 days a week. Actually, 7 days a week.
So there you go. Now, I do have the classic love hoops. Remember, guys, you'll never see these price points again because it's my last day of having access here. So again, I have my Cartier love hoops in your classic white gold. Condition is absolutely amazing. Comes with this original box. They are so it comes with an outer box and inner box, and it is honestly insane. Look at that. Now the price on this, oh my God. Now this retail, oh my God, the price on this is stupid. So the price on this is £2,200.
Someone grab them.
£2,200 for white gold love Cartier.
Are people asleep or what? Hello? I can't buy 3 pairs of earrings, guys. I cannot buy 3 pairs of earrings. I can't do that.
Trudi, Trudi can be a baller. One of you a baller, Trudi. I mean, you are a baller, Trudi. Truly, you are the definition of a baller. It all means she's flipped her company, she's sold it, she's got amazing pieces. Yes. She's on it. There's no diamonds on this piece.
Yeah, so it's 2,820.
Yeah, pure white gold, and it's $2,820. And then we have this one here. I mean, I do have classic steel, stainless steel Rolex, guys. I have stainless steel Rolexes, but not bimetal. I have this design, but it's the older design Rolex model. So I'm not too sure. I mean, yeah, I personally wouldn't buy this, so I wouldn't show it. But if I mean, it's all personal taste. I'd rather get a current classic. So can you see this is slightly different in the settings? Kind of looks like an AP.
Yeah.
But yeah. No, that's it. Trudi got the last pair of Just Includes. Just Includes are very rare to come by, guys. It's really, really hard.
But those other 2 pairs, someone should grab those other 2 pairs.
Yeah.
Can you just show them again? The one with the diamonds and the love.
So this is your diamonds.
I love the love one. The love one is an everyday thing. I think it will be something that you'll wear so often. I won't take it off.
So what I feel like, because I'm just comparing it to my unbranded stuff, and you know the branded stuff, I calculated as being about 4 to 5 times as much. Now the two pieces that you've got are
underpriced.
They're like unbranded pricing.
Trudy got herself just include diamond earrings, guys.
I've got my set now.
Everything to white gold. Right, guys. I'm gonna head.
All
See
right.
you later. Keep in and out. Sorry, Trudy. That was
Thank
expensive.
Well.
See you later.
I look forward to seeing you.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
See you.
Wow. Well, that was an expensive
5 minutes. That's an expensive chat for you. Right. So
Anyway, that was very random, guys. And seriously, this is the problem with lives. Because sometimes, like, live is live. You just don't know sometimes what's going to happen on these shows.
Exactly.
Seriously.
Sometimes
Like,
you just...
actually, what I was doing was I quickly just jumped on to see comparative pricing, what she was talking about. Because I was more about the bracelet, and then she's like offering me the earrings, and so I just quickly did a comparison, well under retail. I'm like, mine.
Yes, it's well under retail. So you know that these are the ones that, Cartier is always increasing their prices, right? Stealthily, but it's there. So, it's definitely going to rise in value, right?
Yeah.
And,
I think a combination, guys. So I was just going to say with jewelry, so a combination of pieces. So when we're talking Cartier, VCA, it's like Hermes bags. They always increase in price. I think there's another price increase, isn't there, in September? I think it is. So it always is an increase of pricing with the all the branded stuff. No different to Chanel and Hermes. And so when you can have an opportunity of actually combining the two, and that's what the offering is on my shows, is that it's unbranded but the same caliber of jewels that you'll get in your branded stuff. So to wear both, because people are probably going, why are you buying off Sabrina now? And I'm like, because I actually combine the two together. So I do have my VCA and now my Cartier, and also I have the unbranded, which I actually have right now, which makes it a nice blend of the two. So okay, so
she's saying she paid more for the one without diamonds. So if you have a wish list, do drop us an email, right? And we would definitely try to find it or think of you when we go shopping next. And you never know what you will find. These things are so random, right?
Yeah.
So let us know if you're looking for something in particular, right? Like the hoops, right? But anyway, I really think that these few Cartier pieces are way under the resale, the normal retail value. So, great investment pieces.
So, guys, if you're still interested, just DM or let us know on the forum. But otherwise, just DM Yan, and she can contact Sabrina if you're wanting to go back to those pieces.
Yeah,
so anyway,
that's right.
I can always. We've got so distracted. For those that are watching the recording after the Today Show, I can tell you now that was really random and really not part of the show, but hey, all things go on a live show. So let's go back to what we were talking about, and that was investments, and that is about these Hermes bags. So I think, Yen, you had a couple more of what you were going to show us.
Yes. So I have my WhatsApp. I have my WhatsApp number up there. So let me know, guys, if you can pin it, Trudy. So I will have my WhatsApp number there. You can always WhatsApp me and I can invoice you guys if you want the Cartier pieces, right? Or if you're looking for anything else in particular, right? So there you go. Then I'm going to go through this piece again. I have pinned it up on our website. I feel that this is a great investment piece if you're looking for something unique. Nothing says unique like the horseshoe stem bags, right? And this is at a non-horseshoe stem bag kind of pricing, which I think it's perfect if you're looking for a starter investment piece. And if you're looking for something that is really way up the unique scale at a great price, is this piece. I think you have seen this before. It is the ostrich with the gillies, right? This combination is just golden, right? So this is again a piece that is so rare, so hard to come by right now. Ostrich pieces in the bigger bags are just unheard of right now, because it's no longer, it's very, very difficult to get the bigger pieces of exotic leather right now. So they are all in smaller bags. This is a Kelly 32, and in fact after this I don't see any more Kelly 32s or Birkin 30s in ostrich anymore. Now they are only available in really much smaller bags, right? So this is definitely a very unique piece, which is, in my opinion, investment worthy. And not just that, the pricing is so good that I can guarantee you will not lose any money should you decide to sell it again.
So for those that
next
are not,
time.
sorry, Yan.
Yeah.
For those that are not aware, those when Yan was just saying that these are going to be hard to come by, is because the bags are made out of one skin. So to make a bag of that size in one skin is getting harder and harder to, and hence the reason why, which we're just talking about investment and rarity of these bags. All the bags are made out of one skin. So, and now with an ostrich, it's even somewhat harder. So you'll find the smaller bags in ostrich, but this size, almost like impossible.
Yep, that's right. Because it's just the gillies trimming is even, it makes it even harder to come by. So this is at £17,000. I'm just going to put this in. Right, so this is £17,000. This is crazy. This is not a price that you would pay for a exotic leather Kelly, for sure. Right, so I'm just going to, just give me a minute. This is 17,000. So this is like how much is this right now? So this is 21,760 US. I'm just going to pin it out.
I'm going to pin it on here as well.
Yeah.
So Yan is actually pinning it on the website, so
Yeah.
you can actually see further information. And I'm just going to quickly just pin the price on Instagram, so you can actually see what the price is on this. Now, do you want to just explain the gillies process? For those that are not familiar with the gillies process, and I don't know if anybody saw that Sabrina had a bamboo gillies 30, and I was torn, so torn with that. But Yan will explain why I was so torn with it.
Yes, so this is a very limited series, and they come in very specific combinations. Although they are not, although these gillies series are not horseshoe stem bags, they are equally rare, right? So these actually have all these broke details, right? And they come in very, like I said, specific combinations. You have the full anemone ones, and the one that Trudi saw was the full bamboo one, right? And for the exotic pieces, they have this, the sunset, and then they have another one which is in the ultra, I think it's ultraviolet, violet in the purple on this side, and then you have blue de malt on the edging, right? So that's the other combination, right? So these pieces are just amazing. Okay, so each of these quill are individually hammered down. So this is how tedious it is to make a ostrich piece, right? So the pricing for that is just what you would usually pay for a good color, like a normal Kelly, more than an exotic piece for sure.
You could almost sell, so you're talking about a B35 bamboo. That B30 in the gillies, I would actually go that way. If I had a B35 bamboo, I would sell that and get the B30 with the gillies. So if you're interested in doing that, I would probably quickly text Yen, and she could organise it with Sabrina before she flies out. But would you agree, Yen, that the B30 gillies would be a much better investment than the B35, a plain B35 bamboo?
Yes, for sure. Any plain B35. I mean, anything gillies is already very limited. It is. After this series, it was never repeated again. We don't see any more gillies coming out in different combinations. So definitely go for that.
And that was a really good price. It was a really good price. That's where I was torn, because I've got a B25 in bamboo. So I was like, no. And I've actually got I've got a Kelly cut in green. I've got so many green bags, guys.
Was it around?
I was like, in the background, I was texting Anna and Yan going, what do I do? I was like so torn. But yes, I definitely would go the B30 gillies bamboo. Without a doubt in my mind. Like
Yeah, I think that's about, was it £13,000 or less? I can't really remember. I need to check it.
No, you had so many. It's actually 14,500.
14.5. Okay.
Yeah. It was, and that was an amazing price. Like, that was insane. Like, you know what I was doing?
Yes.
I was texting you straight
I was
up,
thinking,
like, through the show. I went radio silent, guys. You know,
yes.
I was on it, and then I went radio silent for I don't know how long, because I was in discussion. It was like seriously good. So I would, yes,
Sure,
definitely.
For sure. Yeah.
But bamboo anyway. The color is that again. That's a rare color. It's a highly sought after color. Even to get my B25 in bamboo, I don't know if everybody saw how quick I was. As soon as Sabrina and Yana, I was like in there. And
Good, went for it.
I know.
So yes, so that because when you were saying crazy, I was thinking way crazy, but yes, 14. I mean, it was a close to perfect condition for that one, so it's great. It's a Birkin 30. Right. So WhatsApp me. I will definitely do something for you. Yeah, no problem. Don't worry.
Somehow.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you're definitely a B30, then I definitely would be looking. Yeah. Without a doubt in my mind.
Yeah. I think that's all that we have for today.
So there is 4 bags that has been specially curated for today to show the investment value that sits behind these bags.
Yeah.
So if anybody is interested in these bags, of course you do go into a draw for a 1.5 tennis bracelet that I show on my shows. So the clarity is VS, the colour is FG, they're high spec diamonds. They're all unworn. All my pieces are unworn. So, but I hope you guys have enjoyed the show. It's always the same time. I can't think of what the US and the UK time is. I know it's 11 a.m. for Sydney, 9 a.m. for Singapore. So every Monday, and we've got 3 more series to go. And then, of course, I head over to the UK. So if you're interested in any of the bags, you can go into the shows. Of course, I repost it on my feed, but otherwise, of course, on LP's website, you can go to past shows. You can have a look at those shows. And of course, all your customs and duties will be covered for those particular items that are featured on our shows. And of course, you go into the draw. So, come on
Yes.
by. I just spent some money
Yes.
unexpectedly, but hey, that was fun.
It's a perfect set. You got yourself a great deal for that one.
I know.
Yeah, so it is.
I know, right?
So like what I just said, it's 9 p.m. EST, and then it's 6 p.m. PST. Right.
Right. Okay. I'm glad you got that. When's your next show, Ian?
I'm taking a break, so my next show will be on Saturday. Yes.
Yeah, good. After that manic, crazy time that, Sabrina did a whirlwind of Japan, and poor Anna and Yan have been crazily behind the scenes, manic, crazy.
Yes.
So join Yan next Saturday. My shows are always the same time it's a Saturday, Sunday morning for me, but it's the afternoon and evening for the UK and the US, and I'm going to be doing Sapphire and Diamonds for my Friday show, which Friday UK US, and then on the Saturday will be Rubies and Diamonds.
Wow.
So then one show with Sapphire and Diamonds and the other show with Rubies and Diamonds. So we look forward to seeing you guys on our next show, and of course, next Monday, we will be doing episode 5. Yes. All right.
Okay.
Enjoy your day. Get some rest, Jen. It's been manic for you. So.
Looking forward to the next few days of rest.
Yes.
But then again, there will be shipping. So you guys, the bags are coming here to Singapore first. So.
Oh dear. Does that mean I'm getting a shipment as well? So anything to Australia, guys, it comes straight to me as well. So.
All right. So thank you so
All
much,
right.
Trudi. I'll
Yeah,
see
bye,
you.
guys.